It is Toto for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, August 23rd, 2016. Get on! And good morning to you all on this lovely Tuesday morning, August 23rd, 2016. Here are your news and odds. Top story at 8:30 a.m. on this Tuesday morning is Hillary Clinton deletes the polls and nationally key battleground straight, but the fun of stories regarding the private email server and donation to the Clinton Foundation demonstrate the former Secretary saying would be able. From Donald Trump to his top surrogates and the right-wing media and the Jerusalem of outrage to the Bible conspiracy, Hillary Clinton's supporters are revving up their efforts to sow tap over the candidate itself. The FBI has launched a federal terrorism investigation into an attack in Roanoke County, Virginia, after a suspect reportedly yelled Allah Akbar while stabbing two people in Syria, leaving both victims severely injured. Russia will not compete in the next month's Paralympic Games in Rio because its appeal against the blanket ban imposed by the Paralympics officials was rejected Tuesday, and they hope that the country's Paralympics had competed in Rio. An actual on fire broke out at a three-story apartment building in South Chicago neighborhood on the south side on Tuesday, as baby that 3 people missing after actual on fire in South Chicago. The head of the Philippines police had said more than 1,900 people have been killed during a crackdown on illegal drugs in the past 7 weeks. Nigeria claimed on Tuesday that its Air Force had killed a number of senior Boko Haram militants, possibly included in the group's elusive and notorious former leader, Abubakar Shekau. Turkey has bombarded so-called Islamic State targets across the border to North Syria ahead of an expected ground attack on the SSL town. Pakistan police commandos stand guard at the local media office after attack by supporters of Pakistan's Bharat Kwame movement in Pakistan Monday, as it seals office of FNL party accused of violence. The aide of HC Oxfam has accused the UK minister to deny disarray over the agreement to sell arms to Saudi Arabia, which could be used in Yemen. Johannesburg, South Africa. South Africa's government ANC party lost control over the country's economic hub of Johannesburg for the first time since the fall of apartheid 20 years ago. Gothenburg tweeted, an 8-year-old British boy has been killed after a hand grenade was poured into the apartment window in Sweden, the Florida said. Sarnia, Ontario, saw a whistle about 1,500 Americans illegally across the Canadian border during the annual Port Orion vote down creative programs for law enforcement. Washington, a federal judge in Texas has issued nationwide interjection bar federal government agencies from taking action against the school districts that didn't follow the Obama's administration's guidelines on transgender practices. At least 2 terrorists, one Disney World employees just minutes before the alligator fatally attacked the 2-year-old boy, according to the investigation released Monday. For days, critics have President Obama for through his vacation march was rendered as found in Wake Tavern, Louisiana, claimed the lives of at least 13 people displaced and tens of thousands of residents. Central Alabama, a mystery man was arrested after 5 people were found dead in rural Alabama, all blamed the gruesome weapons and drugs. Telling the reporters Monday that there were words expressing regret for what had happened. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston church shooter was accused. Dylan wrote a racist manifesto before the attack and burned another. Went later to jail, court document showed. Spokane, Washington. At least 16 homes have been destroyed in a group of fires eastern Washington State, where 40D said. Speedo, though, was the first announced early Monday to interrupt the sponsorship about a U.S. women right locked him out, and today 3 of the companies also said they would cut ties with him. Delphi Automotive PLC and Mobile INV on Tuesday announced plans to join develop a fully autonomous vehicle system that Subaru expected will be ready for production in 2019. Pfizer Inc. beat down numerous ever bidders that it would buy U.S. cancer drug company Medivation for about $14 billion in cash out of this blockbuster prostate cancer drug, standing to the company's squad oncology roster. UK court says some bill shareholders can be split into 2 classes. London. British oil and gas exploration company said bringing North oil to the table of the North Sea operation was a win for the industry. Moscow amid antitrust concerns for Poland, a new FedEx model for the expansion of gas pipeline to Europe could emerge by the year's end, Russia's Gazprom said. Washington and August rallies and crude oil prices coupled with regional refinery issues sprints on a 7-week streak of declining fuel prices. AAA reported. Melbourne. Favorite analyst in the field offshore Senegal confirms it may be an elephant one of the million barrels of oil. Focus FER Limited said. And now look at your stock market reports. Now, Dow 18,529.42, SP 5 22.64, and Nasdaq 5,244.60. If moving is about space, I've talked, that's anything. It's done when you can hear your scream. If you get lost in space, nobody's gonna find you. A year from Sunday, those of the continental United States will be treated to a solar eclipse wind path of a total area stretches from Oregon to South Carolina. And member of the IRS REX team prepares for the spacecraft to launch September 8th. The Atlas 5 rocket's playing load fair in his background. On a Saturday morning, Dr. Carl McGuire helps her mother log get her son's drill that has the surf side for it, and goes about what Raphael's grandma walked to the beach alone as pregnant, Tristan faces Zika firsthand. A mass attack with force and protein has gone treatment, and you just go to become transparent as neuroscientists have developed a way to turn the entire mass, including its muscles and internal organs, transparent. Kids who are eating too many foods and sugar and not eating enough healthy foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. App serves $1 short snacks to stop child hunger. 2 medical devices for evaluating the symptoms and cognitive function after head injury have received marketing permission according to the announcement today from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are going to be all over America's TVs this week, but in very different ways. Clinton has one day at cabinet scheduled plus an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, which she made last night. The late night, Steph Myers hosts went over 2 week guidance on a load of Trump's marriage campaign, which has been hijacked by the off-night. Let it out, the company has been worst week ever as shady financial ties and federal manager bailed out. Hillary Clinton to be previewed the tough week for the Oscar-winning actor. Washington, the Donald Trump campaign has gained a reputation for its less than traditional approach to grassroots engagement that includes its offices in Jefferson County, Colorado, where one of the operation's most prominent leaders. Alright, looking at some local news at Foxborough Patriot Place restaurant. The videotape where it's a customer sealed an autographed Patriots football helmet from its wall. Manager Peter Dowd Monday night told WCVB TV Channel 5 in Boston that a customer wearing a Tom Brady football shirt climbed into the bar and where Nora was looking and took the helmet and went up and up in the Brady jersey. Dowd said that the suspect called the restaurant the next day and said he would return the collectible, but he never did. Now, however, a woman was killed and another person was injured early Sunday morning. The accident involved a party bus operated by North Harbor Company apparently coming out an emergency window exit onto East Boston Street. Milton, Massachusetts, a Massachusetts Wildlife Conservation and Recreation Ranger, has been charged with setting up a camera to video a woman and using a sap bathroom at the Houghton Pond Bathhouse in Milton. Raymond McKinnon pleaded not guilty Monday to charges included unlawful wiretaps, photography, and unsuspected new person in place in device violate wiretap laws. Bill was sentenced $10,000. The investigation was launched in July after another department noticed a pen with a small green light flashing while using a unisex bathroom. Once in place that one man is dead and another man is under arrest after the argument between neighbors turned violent. Peter Channel News Time is 8:38 on this Tuesday morning, and it's time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox defeat the Tampa Bay Rays 6-2 to gain a tie at first place with the Toronto Blue Jays. Sox and Rays square off at 7:10 p.m. out in the top in St. Pete. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu multi-time champion and Conor McGregor's grappler training partner. Dylan Dennis said he's hoping to make a transition to MMA and fight Nate Diaz. And the New England Patriots were not today and released Ryder and tight end Barry Pascal, first year safety Cedric Thompson, and rookie free agent defensive back D'Angelo Bentley. Peter Channel News Time is 8:39 on this Tuesday morning. It's time now for a traffic and transit report. Let's start off on the MBTA where Charles on Ferry Notice. Please use constant period number 1 for company ferry service until further notice. On the subway system, it is looking good. And on the commuter rail, it is please board outbound Western train 507 at 8:05 a.m. from South Station on the inbound port from South Ashland and Southburn. And it's looking good on the commuter rail. Take a look at highways and byways of New England on this Tuesday morning. Let's start off in Connecticut with Merritt Parkway, stop outside Effective Bridgeport to Stepford, 95 to stop outside Inspector from Fairfield down to Stepford, 95 northbound side Effective from Port Chester, New York, all the way out to Greenwich, 95 on the northbound side Inspector for the New Haven stretch, 84 westbound side Effective Newtown stretch, 84 westbound side Inspector before Route 8 in Waterbury, 84 eastbound side Effective New Britain stretch. 91 on the northbound side, also before Route 2 in Hartford. 81 on the southbound side, backed up for today with 84 Hartford. 84 eastbound side is backed up West Hartford to downtown Hartford. Route 2 on the westbound side, it is backed up. Just around the Marlborough, Connecticut stretch before Route 66. Acton, Springfield vicinity, 91 on the northbound side, it is backed up. From the Basketball Hall of Fame, just around 291 and 91 on the southbound side. Get an accident just around Route 160 in West Springfield up in Chicopee, so expect a few delays. And Mass Paco westbound side, it's backed up from the southwest all the way at the New York State border. Highways and byways at Albany, y'all looking good. Yeah, 95 on the northbound side is the back by 395 New England, Connecticut. It's Central New England, Rhode Island. 290 on the eastbound side, it's slow before Route 9 in Worcester. 146 on the northbound side, it is backed up just before today in Worcester. 295 on the southbound side, it is looking good from Attleboro down to Warwick to 95 on the northbound side. Little so just before 95 in Attleboro. 146 on the southbound side, back to 146A in North Smithfield all the way to Lincoln. 146 northbound, back up to Lincoln, North Smithfield stretch. Northbound side, back to 126 to Route 122 in Woonsocket. 146 to the southbound side, it is backed up just before 95 out in Providence. 95 on the southbound side, back to the Potomac all the way out to downtown Providence. 610 connectors backed up around the Providence stretch. 95 on the northbound side, it is backed up from 37 in Warwick all the way out to Route 195 in Providence. 195 westbound side, back to the East Providence stretch. Newport, Mount Open, Jamestown, Bridges out, looking good. Down in southeastern Massachusetts, 28 on the southbound side of Bourne Bridge, it's a little slow. And 95 on the southbound side, slow at 295 out of Attleboro. 95 is stop and go from Queen Street to Shed all the way to Route 128, Captain. 24 on the northbound side is backed up from 139, so to the Route 128, Captain. Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up from 18, way before all the way to the Ray Tree Split. Route 3 on the southbound side swept for the Plymouth stretch after 44. 495 on the northbound side is backed up for Hopkins just before Route 495, and the Mass Pike in Westburn. Mass Pike eastbound side is backed up to Route 3 and Natick all the way up to Newton, and then Hippitt again from the Austin Brad Tolls all the way up to this. To the Southeast Expressway. Southeast Expressway, the northbound side is backed up to Quincy all the way up to the Mass Pike. 93 at both ends, a little slower than downtown Boston. 93 to the southbound side, back to Mr. Valley Parkway, Medford all the way to the Zankin Bridge. Route 1 to the southbound side, back to the Charlestown area, to Route 93 in Boston. Mass Pike to the westbound side, back to Logan Airport to South Boston. Route 2 on the westbound side, back to the Lexington stretch. Route 2 on the eastbound side, back to from Arlington all the way to Belmont. 93 to the northbound side, it is back up from Stonewall all the way to Route 128 Redding. 93 to the southbound side, slow before Route 128 Redding. 128 on the northbound side, it is backed up from 135 and Needham all the way after Route 20 Waltham. Route 128 on the southbound side, it is backed up after Route 9 in Wellesley. 128 on the southbound side, it is back to Route 3 in Burlington all the way after Route 2 in Lexington. 128 southbound side, back to Linfield all the way to Woburn through Route 38 in Woburn. Route 485 on the southbound side also Hudson. 485 on the northbound side is backed up from Hudson all the way up to Littleton. 485 on the southbound side back to the westbound down to Littleton. Route 3 is stop and go from Route 485 all the way to Route 128 in Burlington. 485 is stop and go from Route 3 in Lowell, and 485 southbound side slower around Route 93 out at Lawrence. 93 is southbound side is backed up to Route 125 in North Andover. All the highways and byways of 7 New Hampshire are looking good, and up in Maine, it is looking good on highways and byways of Maine. 89 and 91 on southbound sides. Also after Canadian up in Vermont. Up in northern Vermont. Peter Chell News Time. It's 8:44 on this Tuesday morning. And it's Toto for a water report. And take a look at the tropics and Okay, the latest on Fiado. It's now tropical depression with 35 miles per wind, settle location 25.8 to north, 63.4 to the west, moving west northwest at 13 miles an hour. And the latest public advisory on Fiona, it's barely holding on to this depression, and there are no close waters waters affected at 5 a.m. at least Standard Time. The center of tropical depression Fiona is located near latitude 25.8 and the north longitude 63.4 to the west. The depression is moving toward the west northwest near 13 miles per hour. The gradual trend toward the west northwest with an increase in forward speed is gradual over the next 4 hours. Max sustained winds are near 35 miles and 55 miles. Kilometers with higher gusts. Finer expected to become a remnant low within the next couple of days. Estimated percent pressure 1,010 millibars, 383 inches. Alright. It's Gaston with 50 mile per hour winds with a 13.2 to the north, 30. 2.4 to the west. Max sustained winds at 50 miles an hour. Moving west northwest for 20 miles an hour. And Gaston is over the far eastern tropical Atlantic, and there are no close watchable waters effect at 5 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time. The central tropical storm Gaston was located near latitude 13.2 to the north, longitude 32.4 to the west. Gaston is moving toward the west northwest with a 20 miles an hour and is general motion over there is likely to decrease in forward speed expected during the next couple of days. Maximum same winds have increased near 50 miles an hour with a higher gust. And there's just forecasted Gaston is a hurricane bound Wednesday. Tropical force winds that hours up to 60 miles an hour from the center of the middle central pressure is 1,004 millibars and trend at 65 inches. And a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms located a few hundred miles east of the Leeward Islands is associated with a tropical wave and environmental conditions are expected to connect development in this system during the next couple of days while it moves west northwest with 50-20 miles an hour during the northern Leeward Islands and the grid until its large scale conditions can be kept more connected later this week while the system moves near Hispaniola and then to the southeast of the central Bahamas and Air Force Reserve Hurricane Andrew. They're going to schedule to investigate the disturbance later this morning. The rest from the Islands north of the Caribbean Sea, the Bahamas should monitor the progress of the system. Gusty winds, heavy rains, and possible flash floods and mudslides could occur over these areas regardless of total cycle information. Please consult products issued by a local meteorological office for further details. Formation chance for 4 hours, medium 50%, formation chance for 5 days, medium 60%. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, sun skies about 80 degrees. Cloud becoming west about 6 miles an hour after that. Clear skies about 57 degrees. Southwest about 5 miles an hour becoming coming to deep for Wednesday. Sunny skies about 86 degrees. West about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, punch back up to 3 and more hours. Most clear skies about 61 degrees. South about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Thursday, sun skies about 84 degrees. Southwest about 6 to 13 miles per hour. Thursday night, pop skies about 69 degrees. Friday, chance of showers. Celsius up to 10 a.m. Punch skies about 88 degrees. Transportation 40%. Friday night, pop skies about 60 degrees. And Saturday, sun skies about 84 degrees. Saturday night, punch back up to 5 a.m. hours. Most clear skies about 61 degrees. Sunday, punch back up hours. Most sunny pop about 82 about 60 degrees. And for Monday, mostly sunny skies punch back about 83 degrees. Currently and not near, it's a fantastic skies and it's 59.8, 60 degrees. The humidity 86%. Feels like fall to me, and it's going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this August 23rd, 2016 on a Tuesday morning. Seriously, have a good morning, a good bye, and a good day.